Good evening. I am Master Sergeant Richard McCormick. I am the Ops NCO with the 329th Regional Support Group, the Virginia Army National Guard. I will be giving you an information briefing, and the classification for this briefing is unclassified. The purpose of this briefing is to inform the audience about Communist Chinese military modernization efforts and how this is a main factor of coming change in the U.S. military's force structure. During this briefing, I will explain how China embarked on a long-term military growth plan aimed at modernizing their military with the goal of being prepared to take Taiwan by kinetic means if necessary by 2027, and what that means to the U.S. military force structure. From 2000 through 2016, China's defense budget has increased annually by 10%, but has slowed to a 5 to 7% in recent years. China's defense budget was $230 billion in 2022, surpassed only by the U.S. defense budget of $792 billion in the same year. This expansion, along with the recent war in Ukraine with Russia, has spurred the Department of Defense to rethink the force structure of the Brigade Combat Team, or BCT, concept that the Army's used during the War on Terrorism over the past 25 years. During the War on Terrorism, smaller, self-sufficient combat commands were able to deploy to problem areas on short notice and required little support from higher echelon to operate freely to accomplish mission goals. With the pullout of Afghanistan and the drawdown of forces in Iraq, the Department of Defense is looking to the future of warfare and determined that large-scale combat operations, or LSCO, are the most likely operations the U.S. military will be called upon to respond to. This change from BCT concept to peer-to-peer combat ops has large implications for the Army's force structure. BCTs had been the lowest level of combat command in recent years, able to deploy with little or no support. With LSCO becoming the way of the future warfare, division commands will once again be the smallest combat command on the battlefield. Much of the BCT's capabilities will again fall under division control. In conclusion, China's aggressive expansion of their military since 2000 and the end of the war on terror has compelled the U.S. to rethink how it plans to fight the next war. The changes currently underway will present challenges to all Army units during transformation, but will allow us to face the growing threat of an expansionist adversary in the coming years. I welcome any questions or critiques of my analysis and what the coming conversions will bring to units and soldiers alike. Please feel free to comment, and have a good evening. Thank you.